best drink tea.
I have tea almost every night.
Do you really?
I
What
have it
kind?
English. I have it English style too,
Are you
with milk
serious?
in it. Yep.
Oh, you've got
With
milk in it.
milk?
Yeah. I drink. But it's like herbal tea. I don't know if that's the same thing.
I doubt it.
It's called Sleepy Time. Sleepy Time.
That's
I have
ridiculous.
it with a little milk. English style. Isn't that's how they call it, right? English style with the milk in it. Do you have milk in your tea?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Of
I
course. Oh, it
went-
says like, of course.
I went to Europe
Like-
there once, and they didn't have milk in their tea, and I was just like, that's weird.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean, no kidding. We drink a lot of tea where Skip and I are from, but it's not the kind of tea
Yeah, it's that sweet tea.
you're used to. It's sweet tea, like iced tea. Have you ever had iced tea? Speaking of,
Once I believe when I was young,
what
back in
was it?
back in the skateboarding days.
Skateboarding day.
Yeah,
They
I
got
think like
skateboards over there?
everyone that's into car audio started with skateboarding. It seems. I think
That's
even
funny.
EXO is the same.
Yeah, I used to skate back in the day.
I was gonna say your videos remind, like when you do your edits and like your titles and stuff, they remind me a lot of like skateboard,
Yeah,
like, you know
I
what
grew
mean?
up. I grew up when I was younger making skateboard videos. So on the good old Windows Movie Maker back in the day and posting them
man.
up online.
Before you could figure out how to change the background, you just had the blue with the white letters and stuff. That's how you know that video's so old. Like if you just watch a video and that pops up. Oh
Yeah.
man. But we live right now. I forgot to tell
Hey!
y'all. We
Oh,
live.
you forgot to tell us.
Yeah. Everyday audios.
Thanks for the clipping.
Yeah, I don't care about none of that. Number 36. I'm Skip01. That's T Fade over there. How you
Hey!
doing? And this
How's it
guy,
going?
is from Great Britain or something like that. Where's he from?
Somewhere.
The car audio guy.
The
From England.
If you don't know him,
England.
you need to know him now.
Yeah, that's right.
From
for sure.
England, Windsor. He's friends with the Queen.
He is. He lives right next
Lives
door
right
to
next
her.
door.
He was just telling us before we went live. He lives right next door to the Queen.
She comes
Oh,
down to his
couple of
house.
miles.
She knocks on his window. Hey, keep it down, kid.
Right?
All the
But
time.
She's a car audio fan,
Yeah,
apparently.
she got a wall in that thing, doesn't she?
In that carriage. As she
Yeah, yeah.
cruises.
In that pumpkin. Isn't it a pumpkin? Don't they ride around in a... I don't know. What time is it over there?
It's currently 12:30. Well, midnight.
I don't
Yeah.
know. What was that, 12:30? I don't know how to tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
midnight,
Okay.
crackhead.
I'm
It's
joking.
midnight 30 over yonder.
Man.
That's why I said in the post, I was like, sorry, Brit Bros. I mean, it's late as shit over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man, so you stayed up all day and just to come on this nonsense show?
Yeah, I had a nap earlier.
Oh.
That's what I do. I just nap
Yeah,
and then
I had
drink.
to.
And,
Yeah.
So I'd be like live and awake for the show tonight.
Yeah. That's one thing I was worried about. Some people don't have energy when it's late, but man, we like that energy.
I got it.
We like the high fire, and Fade is all high energy.
Yeah, I'm a night owl, so I don't know what to tell you.
So
EXO in the house. EXO's in the chat.
Hey, I tagged him. That's why he's the only reason he's here.
Well, good. That's good. I would
Man.
shout out some of the other guys in the chat, but I haven't seen my $5 yet, so you guys can all suck it.
Yeah. So man, introduce yourself, sir. It's the car audio guy. YouTube, Facebook. What you got?
Yeah, so car audio guy here. Make videos on YouTube about car audio, mainly from the UK, because that's where I reside. The goal of the channel is just to inspire somebody to get into car audio. So if someone sees the video and they go and do an install, that's amazing. That's what I like to see. So when I go to the big shows and that, I'll quite often have people say, oh, I saw this video on this one bit of gear. And, I went and brought it and it's like, awesome. Do you want to see it? So that's the goal of the channel. Been doing it for about a year now, coming up to my first year of making car audio videos like properly for YouTube. I've gone through some stages where I've gone through different editing software. So started off with good old Windows Movie Maker back in the day, and then moved over to Adobe Premiere, and that was probably the best decision I've ever made. That software it's just absolutely incredible. Able to do some really neat things with that. So my editing style has kind of morphed along with the software that I've been using. I go for more of a cinematic style in my videos. If you haven't seen them already, you should check them out. Which gives them kind of a different look and feel than what you get with your standard kind of, where you get individuals just sort of post up a raw clip for example. It's a lot different to that.
Like me.
Yeah. Oh, there's
It's a heck of a lot different to that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
No, it is.
necessarily mean that it's better. It just means that it's different. So that's the idea of the channel. So it would take me a lot longer to bring out a video, usually a couple of weeks. But that couple of weeks will give you a completely different end product. As if
Right.
and to be honest with you, with the UK, it's so small that I'd run out of content very quickly if I released all clips all the time, because there's only a very small select number of vehicles you can actually film.
That was actually going to be one of my questions. Is like, what's the scene like over there? I mean, is it? I mean, I know you said it's kind of small, but is it like a hardcore group of guys? Do y'all get together all the time? Is it like, what do y'all? Also, what organization do y'all run over there? Is it all DB Drag?
So we have several organisations. There's EMMA, which is the European Multimedia Association.
That's the big deal.
Yeah, the big deal. So the idea behind that is you compete in the UK. If you place in, I believe it's in the top 2, you get to travel to Europe to represent the UK in Europe.
Jeez.
There's Proper Droppers, which is another popular format in the UK because it's very straightforward. You just got to play 4 test tones, 40, 33, 25, and 20. And you just got to get as loud as possible on those with the meter on the headrest.
We've talked about that one on the show before, because that's like we see a big shift towards low frequency metering over here, or a lot of people want to. But yeah, we talked about Proper Droppers.
Shout out first T sip.
Holler. And yes, he's actually drinking tea, and he's actually eating. Show us. Do it.
Crumpets. T-Fade went away, but he set the fire alarm off, busting that one out.
Dude, I was kidding. I was legit kidding when I made that post, but he's actually eating tea and crumpets, and this was not scripted.
Somebody Google what a crumpet is. We still don't know.
Before we went live, we're like, what the crap is a crumpet? Is it like an English muffin? He's like, I have no idea. It's this thing here.
It's a freaking English biscuit or something. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a fucking biscuit.
He's about to throw up. What's going on?
Oh my god!
I'm trying not to choke on my food.
Milk in his tea and friggin' Pillsbury biscuits.
Crumpet overload. Man, but yeah, we talked. It seems like y'all are a lot more geared to like daily lower bass. Like y'all, I mean, I could be speaking out my butt, but I mean, just it seems like y'all have like a lot, just people just banging out, you know, not really burp setups, but you know.
There's also the other organization as well, which is DB Drag, and there's another one called DB Contest. Now, DB Drag is probably more geared towards your higher tune systems, I would assume, based on the content they play. But a lot of the systems we have in the UK are geared towards playing between 20 to 40 hertz. That's quite a common range to play. And a lot of the rebass music from people like Ultra Low Music, which you can see on my t-shirt here, and he's a rebasser in the shout out to Ultra Low Music, good old Anthony Ross. He's so he rebasses music in the UK. So a lot of the music he rebasses is what we're familiar with. So he's quite popular over in the UK. And obviously you've got DJ Rusticles as well, Jacob Realtone, and a couple of other big rebassers that get played a lot in the UK. And a lot of their stuff sits between 20 and 40. So that seems to be quite a common range for people to pick, along with the fact that Proper Droppers is so popular in the UK that everybody wants to compete in Proper Droppers, so that you tune your system at, like, for argument's sake, 30 hertz, so that you're able to pick the 40, 25 and 20 as good as you can, and you shift that tuning frequency around. But yeah, a lot of them are tuned quite low. Makes for quite windy demos. Great for me with the camera, as you can imagine.
Right, for sure.
It makes it a lot easier for me with filming. Me myself, my personal build is actually a sealed box with 8 Alpine X Series 12s. It hasn't been finished yet. It should be done hopefully within a couple of months or a month or two. But that thing's going to be completely different to what the UK is normally used to. So I went for something a bit different, and it made it more interesting to film as well. There was another reason for going that way. I wanted something a bit different to film. But the UK is tuned pretty low, to be honest. You asked a question as well as like how big the car audio scene is in the UK. So the car audio scene is, I want to say, like, small, but it feels big because it's such a tight-knit community, if that makes sense. without sounding a bit weird there. But so there's everybody kind of knows each other, so it's small in that respect. But it's big as in everyone's always trying to push the boundaries and fight against each other all the time. The bar is raised like every year, so there's always like new world records set in the UK. There's always a new build every year, which is absolutely fantastic. A lot of people tend to rip out their builds and start again, like at the end of season. That's quite commonplace as well in the UK, and that makes for like a really exciting community for car audio. In terms of why car audio is probably not massively popular in the UK, is that the majority of people in the UK that are young tend to have financed vehicles where you're not really allowed to do anything that extravagant in there because you don't technically own the vehicle.
Like a lease?
Yeah, like a lease. That's really popular in the UK to have a financed vehicle. So the that kind of hurts the industry a little bit in that respect because you wouldn't be putting a wall in a leased vehicle, for example, and you just wouldn't do that because you would break the terms of your lease. So you end up with quite smaller installs for people that have those kind of vehicles.
That doesn't stop us USA guys.
No, we'll put nitrous and a wall in.
We'll put it in a rental car and have Joe. Shout out Joey Semino
for real.
The rental build.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, dude. It's just amazing seeing how different countries and cultures like adapt to different. I mean, it's not ours culture, but just to see a different take on it.
So what are the big companies over there? Like
I hate when feed stops my question.
So
I thought you were done.
He was going. He had something to add on, and you were like, blah, blah, blah.
The thing I was just gonna add on is that in the UK as well, it's not just about kind of throwing in a box. It's like a lot of people like pretty builds in the UK, so you probably noticed a lot from a lot of my videos as well. Is a lot of the builds are quite well polished in that respect. So everything's always trimmed and things are like symmetrical, looking nice, all that sort of jazz. That's quite popular in the UK to have that kind of style build. So it makes great again for filming. Like the builds look prettier on camera. So
yeah, they're finished. They're finished. They're finished builds.
Does Proper Droppers judge install or any of the?
No, Proper Droppers doesn't judge the prettiness of your install, but in Emma, they do have a format known as Emma Racing, I believe, where they do look at your install and look at whether you've got like custom roof lining, custom seats, custom dashboard, all that sort of stuff, custom paint job on your car, and you can get points for having those sort of things in your vehicle. Even down to changing the exhaust manifold gets you points in Emma. So that's quite popular in the UK to compete in Emma Racing, because a lot of the builds would do quite well in that format.
Mm-hmm. Would you have?
But yeah, your second question was, I've forgotten already. You asked me something.
Well, your upcoming video features a certain brand, and I was just curious what brands, who's big over there.
So Vibe Audio, absolutely massive in the UK. Vibe Audio, I believe, is owned by Midbase in the UK. Don't quote me on that. But they also deal with Edge as well, where Edge is quite popular in the UK. So you've got Edge and Vibe and Ground Zero. I believe they're the three brands that they have. So those three brands are massive in the UK. A lot of installs carry that kind of gear.
I'm struggling with Edge. I'm trying to picture like their logo or something. Skip, can you pull something up from Edge? Because I know Vibe. I think our buddy Alan Hall tested some of their.
Yeah, remember who was that? Ronnie Coleman, was that their name? He had that Vibe truck with like 1612 or something like that. You remember that?
I can't remember. I just remember Alan was messing with Vibe for a minute, and then Brad has Ground Zero amps in his truck. I know that. Those things, they sound awesome. I haven't heard their drivers, but Ground. Actually, one of my favorite videos, one of my favorite car audio videos of all time was a Vibe promo video. It was like all slow mo. I think we talked about it on the show before, but all slow mo is like napkins like floating around. You know what I'm talking about?
No, nobody does.
Are you kidding me? Wasn't that Ground Zero?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Anthony's got to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I hate you.
I remember
both of you suck.
I got Edge Audio up right there.
All right, I'm looking.
They are owned by Midbase, So Edge
What
is
is mid base?
I don't know. That's what it says.
All right.
Don't quote me on this, but I believe they're like kind of a parent company for the three. I'm not too sure exactly the company structure behind that. I just know that tend to Edge have quite similar products to Vibe, although they're branded differently.
Mm.
But they compete in the same kind of space.
So is this Korean type stuff or
They got
That would
Thai
like the
baskets.
amps?
yeah, I believe they are Korean. But based on what I remember seeing in another YouTuber called Bearvid that's from the UK, Sam Bernard, he rips apart amps and fixes them. So and he does that live as well on live stream. And
Jeez.
I think I recall him saying it's Korean, but I can't remember off by heart.
I've never seen him mess with. I saw his video talking about the Rockville, but I've never seen him tear apart any of the other ones. It looks Korean from here, just judging by what I'm seeing.
I like those.
So why sealed box? Why Alpine?
Me, something different. Don't ask. I started off with Alpine back when I first got into car audio, and it kind of stuck with it since then. It's not the great decision at a financial perspective because you have to have a separate amp per sub because they don't do a big amp, which is really like infuriating and irritating at the same time.
So you're doing Alpine amps also?
Yeah, so it's
all
all
Alpine?
PDX amps. There's 10 amps in total, so there's one
Good
amp per sub.
Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute game matching nightmare. Don't even get me started. But yeah, so
Why would you do that?
All to the right.
Just get like one 10K and be done with it.
yeah, looking back at it now, that would have been definitely the easier option. At the time, I was going for something different, and they performed well on my previous installs. So it's been built up over time. So I started off with 1, then ended up with 2, then 4, and now I'm on 8.
Jeez,
So I've gone through different variations of my build on my car.
What kind
with
of
this
car
one,
is it?
it's an old British Rover 25 or MGZR. You probably won't know that vehicle because
Skip.
they
pull
won't
it
have
up.
them.
Rover.
Type in
I also think it's
MGZR in
MP what?
Google. MGZR.
And when he says Z, he means Z.
So Michael Golf
Z.
space Z R.
I think it's hilarious how y'all say Z instead of Z.
Oh, it's like a little hatchback or something?
Yeah, it's a little hatchback.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody tag at Alpine America, or no, well, not Alpine America. Tag Alpine UK or whatever it is. Get this guy some like
all these pictures are like
some
tiny.
gear.
I can't find like a.
I'm like dying. Do you have any pictures of the build?
Oh, wait, there it is.
Yes, I do. Do you want me to send one over?
Mate, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
send it to Skip
Or,
and he can
is it on
screen
your-
share it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just dying to see like the design, what you came up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, bear with me. I forget that you haven't actually seen any photos of it, so I'm just
no.
gonna bring one up.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Drew.
I've just seen.
Like,
Just gone on
Alpine
Facebook
Electro.
and I've just seen the live stream and the.
oh
seen the
yeah,
live
if
stream on.
you pulled the live stream up, you can monitor comments and see if see who's talking shit about you. Dude, that's a cool car. It looks like a Civic.
Yeah.
It's like an EK.
Yeah, it's hot with the wing.
This funny story
I
about
like
Civic
that.
actually. They were the same company for a little while. They shared the same space in the UK because Honda wanted to break into the UK market. I believe is the story. So they teamed up with Rover back in the old days. So it actually shares a lot of the parts. I even believe someone's going to quote me on this and say I'm wrong, but I believe that the chassis is also very similar as well between the two vehicles.
It looks
So-
like it.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
cool.
going to grab up a
chassis.
picture of my build for you.
Yep.
Just bear with me a second. I'm going to find out the photo. It's stored
Yeah.
on an
It's like
old hard drive somewhere.
Oh lord, he's like digging through archives and whatnot.
Yeah, literally. So I might go a little bit
812.
classic.
812
What?
sealed.
Why the X's, not the like Type R or something budgeted or?
The X's. So I had not gonna like shit on Alpine or anything, but
Rip.
I had problems with the R's. They weren't as reliable as what the X's have been, Whether that was because my boxes were a bit too large for them, I was trying to play too low a frequency on a sealed box. I kept destroying the spiders on them. The spiders kept tearing, and the surrounds kept coming off as well. I went through nearly 10 of them in total on the R's. This is the old generation R, by the way, not the newer generation R. And in the end, the X's come out, the X series in the UK, and we never had the X's for a long time. So I was ecstatic as anything, and just the build quality is a lot better on the X series than it is on the R. And that's nothing against Alpine. I'm sure the woofer is fantastic, like on normal use, but for what I was using it for, it just wasn't quite up to scratch.
We gotta get this guy
fuck Alpine.
Yeah, we gotta get this guy some.
Tell him your Type R's suck, Alpine. There, I said it for you.
Oh,
fuck out of here.
Said it.
Nah, I love their Type R's, the old ones, the accordion boot ones. Those are ridiculous.
Oh,
Was that the ones you had, or you had like the?
Listen, look, Jacob Fuller's about to copy their shit.
Ha.
Ha.
Yeah, I said that.
So
Type
I'm gonna
SAR.
look through.
Type SAR. It's Type SAR. SAR.
Sundown R. Such a copycat, dude.
Yeah. Man, you ever thought about? Oh, go ahead, Fade.
No, I was actually done. I wanted to take a sip anyway. Sip.
Well, why did you want to start a YouTube making car audio videos? Why not just watch everybody else, you know?
So it started off with me making little videos on my phone and posting them up online. And I've always been into video editing ever since I was quite young. So I used to make skateboarding videos back when I was in my teens on good old Windows Movie Maker and post them up back. It wasn't YouTube back then, so I used to post them up on a website called The Nobodies, on a website domain that I used to have, and it was a little skateboarding group that I was part of as a kid. And it just kind of spawned from there. So I went off from making skateboarding videos to making Jackass style videos. I don't know. Everyone seems to be inspired by Jackass.
Yeah.
If they're 90s kid, it's just seems to be quite a common thing. But I'm just sending you this photo, by the way. I need you on Facebook.
Fade swears he can kickflip. I don't believe him at all.
I 100% can kickflip. Dude, skateboarding was my jam back in the day. It was my car audio back in the day.
How can I pull it up? Oh wait, what's your?
Should I? I need to add you on Facebook.
This is awkward.
He gonna need your government name.
Yeah.
Hang on. Instead of giving me your name, why don't I just send it to the account I've been messaging?
Yeah. Do that.
Page.
Yeah, do that. Okay.
Wait, you've been messaging the page?
No.
Was it gonna go to you then, Fade?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna go to you. That's right.
Oh,
I'm just
Why does
Here we
everybody
go.
think Fade is in control of anything?
I am in control of nothing.
I know. Like you have all the
Obviously.
knowledge and tech. I do everything else.
Oh God! Now I just delved into my messages and I have like 97 unread messages.
All right. So Jackass videos. How'd you move over to core audio?
So as everyone, what happens with most people with skateboarding, you generate too many injuries over time.
Wait, can you say how old you are or nah?
Oh yeah, sure. So I'm 29.
Okay, you look a lot younger.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah. All right.
So I was born in good old 1990.
Oh. 90s
back when
kid.
probably skateboarding was more popular back then, I guess. Yeah. Just almost sent you this image. Let me just check I sent the right image. Yeah, yes, I've sent the right image. So I've sent one photo over.
He's not gonna be able to do the kickflip.
No, I got it.
You got
Dude, anybody want to bet
what
that I can do a kickflip?
Yes, the whole entire
no,
chat.
Listen, I'm gonna need some money to do it.
Why? Just go do it right now.
I don't own a skateboard.
Yeah, so I give up skateboarding when I was 16. After getting like way too many injuries in it, and from there I started developing an interest in cars as I finished uni. I went through my 20s, and got into car audio because I used to be into home audio a lot back when I was younger. I used to always have like a subwoofer in my room. I was one of those sort of kids. I always used to be blaring the music, and my mum was always telling me to turn it down. Back in the older days, and I just kind of fell back in love with video editing again once I got back into it. Because I had something what I found interesting to film and to edit. And I was like, well, car audio is not massive in the UK, but maybe if I make some videos and try and give it a bit of exposure, it might make the whole industry bigger, which means there'll be more people into it, therefore making it more enjoyable when I go to a show. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole goal of the channel is just to inspire somebody. Like that is the main goal. Just to, someone might see a build that on my channel and be like, I could do that, or I want something like that in my vehicle. And it kind of just spun from there, and then so I started making videos on my camera phone, and they were still made with Windows Movie Maker. And then I was like, well, I need to kind of differentiate my channel from the rest of the channels that are there, to try and help the channel kind of succeed a little bit more. So I invested a lot of time into learning Adobe Premiere.
I need to do that.
Probably a good few hundred hours.
Like YouTube videos, or what are we talking?
Yeah, YouTube videos.
Like tutorials?
I used a site called Udemy, and Udemy has
Udemy.
Udemy. Yeah, however you guys want to pronounce that word.
Spell it?
Udemy, like academy,
Udemy.
but Udemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I brought some courses on there on how to use Adobe Premiere and how to use After Effects, and that's how I learned how to use the application. And I did some videos, and I've just kind of grown my own style from there.
Now
it's a nice style. I like it.
Now it is. Now who did this build? Are you doing this build yourself?
No, so this build has been done by Oxford Car Audio in England, in Oxfordshire. Lo and behold, the name Oxford Car Audio. So they've been busy doing the build. They've got some amazing work. The reason for choosing them is they've worked on all the Alpine demo vehicles. So at the time, it felt very fitting to use them to have this Alpine build done, because they're very familiar with the equipment and the look and feel and the style that works well with the Alpine gear.
Dude, you're totally gonna get some higher order loading from that. It's now a band pass. Just forget about it.
It's a sealed box, and I guess it could technically behave like a band pass with the fact that it's kind 100%. Of all sealed. It's all sealed off. There's even bars like holding the boot shut. So
yeah, you got that.
Yeah,
for real?
Yeah. There's steel bars. There's 2 holes in either side of the photo. You can probably notice where the bars come up. Yes, so bars come out of there, and then they attach to the boot lid. So the boot lid is held down tight, creating a better seal for the boot lid. Not only that, I was having problems with breaking my boot lid. The no wall life for you, isn't it? So
I like it.
But that's the beauty of it. It still gets in the UK. It still get classed as a no wall.
That's
all right. So look, next year you're gonna have to put a bunch of $20 subs in there and compete in the $150 SPL challenge.
That's not.
Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about that, but I'm not from the US, so I'm just like, is this?
It's
is
worldwide.
This
it's worldwide.
We got people from Australia and Poland and all over.
They got world records.
I saw EXO post a video on it as well.
Yeah, it is. He got it. What he had 218 Rockvilles or something, huh? Mm-hmm. Walled it.
He's the new world record holder.
Yeah. Bull crap.
And honestly, look, because the way we do it, it's probably the most distributed organization there is, in my opinion, because we do it remotely, right? And all scores are submitted remotely as long as you have an approved meter.
Yeah. TermLab, SSA, SPL Labs.
I mean, that's available to anyone in the world.
Yeah. Shout out.
He's sipping his tea.
Couple tea sips in.
I'm sipping tea too, brother. Just in case you're wondering what. It's just tea. Somebody gave me $500 not to drink on this episode. So
there's no way you can do that.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying, there's no way if that was true. If
the
you
JP stuff.
Yeah. What is so? All right.
Long Island. Well, Long Island iced tea.
How did you collab with EXO? Honestly, that's the first video.
That is the $1 million question.
That's the first video. I was trying to save it, but
Yeah, so how that come about is he released a video a couple of weeks ago where he was talking about the fact that he is working on getting some more demo videos out, but they take a lot of time. And when I watched that, I was like, hang on a minute. I edit videos. Maybe I ask him and see if I can help him out and help get through his stockpile of videos he had. So I proposed the idea to EXO, and me and EXO already knew each other anyway because we met in the UK back when he was over in the UK. And
what?
Yeah, and he's been with my channel since the beginning as well. He was my 100th subscriber,
Nah,
which is I'm not even kidding. He was subscriber number 100.
That's funny.
And
That's
he's
amazing.
also been watching the channel before he subscribed as well. I just put a post out saying, "Hey, I need some subscribers. I've only got 10. Can you can people start subscribing?" And yeah, so he already was familiar with my video editing style at that point in time, because I've already released quite a lot of videos by then. So I'm a patron of his as well. So I've always supported his channel since he's had his Patreon available with the monthly Patreon thing. And yeah, from there, he was just kind of read the message, and he was definitely up for it. He was just like, yeah, sure, that sounds great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you some
Yeah.
footage over, and you just work your magic. And I was like, oh, brilliant. So I got started working on the video. It took about 3 evenings to get his video section done, with his footage, and I sent over the draft, and he watched it, and it was like, "Oh my god, is this my footage?"
Crazy,
yeah.
Absolutely going like whoa, it seemed like he was blown away, and I was like just really surprised. I was like, wow, it's really humbling, like especially coming from EXO as well, like someone I've always looked up to and I've watched for years, and my own channel is inspired from, because obviously like he sets the bar in that particular video space and industry. So and a lot of the ideas I use in my videos are stuff that was probably pioneered by EXO back in the day. So yeah, so I did those I did his video section, and then the video is only a couple of minutes long. So I thought to myself, well, I'll add a UK section in there. That seems fitting for the first ever like collaboration video. So I recently went to Modified Nationals, and I had tons of footage, and I was looking at all this footage. I was like, well, what's the best way to try and show the majority of the UK in like 4 minutes without it being just demo video after demo video after demo video? So I decided to go for more of the music video kind of approach, because I could squeeze in a lot of cars in a short amount of space. And more importantly, I wouldn't have to worry about having to avoid copyright strikes on every single song that's played by each one of those cars, which is an absolute nightmare, might add, in content ideas and YouTube. Absolute pain in the butt to work with. But so I put together the UK section, stitched the two bits together, did my first ever recording in my house, like with me talking to the camera. That was the first time I ever done that. I was so nervous when I recorded that section, and my tea got cold and I spat it out.
Oh no!
Yeah, tea stain on my shirt throughout the second part of the recording. No one really notices it. One of my computer fans decided it didn't want to spin, and I had loads of comments on the fact that my computer fan was dead when it wasn't. It was just I turned down my computer fans too much, and yeah, and it took 2 weeks in total. 2 weeks of working on the weekends and the evenings on it, and I ended up with this video that was finished, and just sort of sent it over to EXO, and he put it out there, and he obviously added these sections in as well with these with his giving a shout out to me, which is absolutely fantastic. Like, it was just really surreal to see the kind of that on his YouTube channel, if that makes sense. And the response has been pretty good on his channel. Like, majority of the comments have been positive. You have the odd few that say, "Oh, I miss EXO's style" or something, but it's EXO's channel at the end of the day, so you expect that.
No,
makes
we
sense.
love EXO. We love
Like
EXO.
everyone loves EXO, including myself. So he's such a nice and humbling guy to talk to, and so down to earth. And
That's why we love EXO, because he's
Right.
humble.
yeah,
Keeps it
so
100.
when his subscribers see something different, me and EXO was quite nervous about it, because we was like, we don't know how this is going to be, received by it's because it's his community, not my community. But it was received really well, and so well that we're going to be working on a second collaboration video where he'll send me over some footage from Slamfest.
Yeah,
And,
I'm going to
I'll
be sending you over some footage too.
Yeah, and I work on another little edit for him to put in with his own edit with the rest of the demos, but it just helps his timeline as well. So like, he was able to work on his own projects whilst I was doing that, so it helped him get more videos out too. So it was kind of like helped both of us. I ended up with extra subscribers, and exposure that the channel really needs at the moment, and he had an additional video that was released that helps with making it so that he's getting the target of maybe 2 videos a week, whatever it is that he targets.
So a couple of
Take a little bit
people
of pressure off.
in the chat are asking for your channel and Facebook page again because they probably weren't here in the beginning. So
Yeah, sure. So it's the car audio guy. If you could bring it up on the screen as well, just go to youtube.com and type in the car audio guy.
Yeah,
I have Facebook and YouTube. The idea behind it is YouTube's all my best content that's like really well edited, and Facebook will have some of the content from YouTube ends up on Facebook, but there's more shorter videos as well on Facebook. I use Facebook as kind of like a playground because Facebook is great for getting your videos out there because stuff gets shared very easily on Facebook. And you end up with a lot more views on Facebook, but less engagement than you do YouTube. It's really weird, but yeah. So I've got both YouTube and Facebook. It's worthwhile, subscribing to YouTube and liking the Facebook page because you'll get access to both sets of content.
yeah, Facebook is our playground too.
Right. Man.
Gonna swap to some water now.
Oh, you had too much tea? I know.
I'm out of tea.
I'm
And I don't want
teed
to
out.
disappear.
Do you have
Don't wanna disappear
Instagram?
for a little while. I've got Instagram as well, although I don't really use it. I'm gonna start using it this
Instagram
year.
sucks.
Like, I'm not an Instagram person. I
Yeah.
didn't grow up with it, so for me, I look at it and I'm just like, it just reminds me of like Snapchat or something. Again, something else I don't really use.
Yeah.
With being
It just
from the
takes
90s.
an extra step to use, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It's not fluid.
Although it's getting better integrated now with
Yeah, it is.
Facebook. So I didn't realize that every time I'm posting on Facebook, sometimes it would appear on Instagram, but not as a post attached to my account. It would just randomly appear. It's really weird.
Can I post Exo's video without getting like copyrighted? Like right now?
Probably. I mean, he's watching.
Yeah. What is it? I'm showing the video you did with Exo. Man, it's just so, like, I guess some people, it's just so clean to me, like the edits and then the titles. It's like the thing moves with the music,
I know.
like your titles. Like, it's too much, bro. Chill out. You win. All right.
Right?
You win.
Stop it. Yeah. Stop
win,
being
dude.
cool.
Yeah. It's too cool for us.
It's like the following it around and then showing
Yeah.
the pieces of the build like that, like those jump cuts.
Yeah, so that's known as time warping in Adobe Premiere, and it's kind of a
flex.
Are those titles all in Adobe Premiere also, or is that After
no,
Effects?
they're in After Effects.
All right,
so
see,
what
I don't know the difference.
So how you do it is you get the clip, you do a 3D camera track on the clip, so it will then generate some points in 3D space, and then you attach. I made that asset. That title is an asset that I've got that I made earlier on, and I attach that asset to a track point, and then when the camera moves around, it will move with the track point, so it stays in position.
No, I'll just.
He's
That's how
like,
you do it if you're interested.
yeah, he's like doing like legitimate.
Yeah, like
editing.
this one right here. If somebody's watching,
Did I just stitch things together and like put some words on top of it sometimes.
Yeah, like see how like it doesn't. Man, it literally looks like. I mean, it's just stupid. Stop it.
Brad said, "You what, mate?" Are you watching the comments?
No, I can't see the comments. How do I see them?
Go to Facebook, Everyday Audio.
Everyday
Ah,
Facebook
open
page.
Facebook.
Does that guy have a windshield? Wait, is this?
What?
Oh, this is your content.
Wait,
huh?
pause
Yeah.
right there. Pause right there, DJ Kenny. Dude, that thing is
Oh,
filthy.
yes.
That
DJ
thing is
Kenny.
filthy. I saw the whole 500 pic
Did you really?
build log of that thing, and he copied Tom Danley in his side firing PA setup, and it is bananas. There you go. Everybody owes me a nickel. Go to this thing, like that thing right there. Back a little bit. So it's like a unity horn type deal. And he's using waveguides. You see all those little slits right there?
Yeah.
He's using multiple drivers to have everything aligned at the same wavefront. So it's like a ton of output, and it's all like kind of getting squished through that slit. So there's everything is directional and everything is concentrated basically. And he said that he modeled that y'all have just got to go see the video. Like, it's insanity. Have you seen the whole build log, Anthony?
No, I haven't seen the build log, but I
Oh my
know who was
God.
involved with building that. So it's a guy called Henry from Harwood Acoustics in the UK.
It's
He's a genius. Henry is.
crazy.
Was this guy
Amazing.
Tom? Was he giving demos without a windshield?
Yeah, he was.
What?
So funny story behind that. So there's a guy called Alex in the UK, and he owns the a previous video of mine where there's a lot of Black Death hex subwoofers behind my head, and he was playing a song, and I was in a lot of pain to this song. But so there's a guy called Alex, and he accidentally, I believe, the story is he turned up the volume too much and broke Tom's windshield.
Sure.
While Tom was behind the car messing about with the PA. I don't know if that's the true story or the full story, but
Look at those speaker
so
pods,
then he had
dude.
to compete in proper droppers without a windshield. Now in the UK, it's
Oh my
illegal to
God.
drive home without with a cracked windshield. So we had to remove the windshield in order to drive back home.
So you can't have a cracked one, but you could have no windshield.
You have no windshield.
You can have no windshield as long as you're
goggles
wearing sunglasses and you've got your face covered with a scarf. You can
That's
drive
hilarious.
home legally in the UK, but you can't have a crack on your windshield when you drive
Oh my
home in the
God.
UK.
Like a motorcycle.
Oh my God, I'm moving to the UK.
Yeah, dude, look how. Yeah, these edits, they're just. Oh man.
They're filthy.
Like they draw you in. Like I hate when someone, unless it's like some ungodly content, but I hate when people just drop raw videos. You know, it's like, man, do like a little something with it.
Bruh, what you saying? You don't like that
I mean,
shit?
no,
You don't like my content?
no, not for like tech shit, but I mean like demos. Like you're just gonna drop a 2-minute video of you just, you know what I mean?
Of just the
Yeah.
other thing is, here's the thing. Let me just put this out there.
Shut up. What camera do you use before Fade finishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I'll grab the camera for you in just a
Alright,
second.
bet.
I'm just sorting out my
Look at
desktop screen so that.
Oh look, you got the avatar. Somebody's got the avatar T-shirt on in your video too.
No, the next shot with you recognise who that is?
that? No, I don't.
No,
recognize
I don't.
none of
The
these
guy with the
guys.
Avatar T-shirt that you saw. That was Guy Stevenson's, I believe his name is, or Stevenson.
Who's that?
Wait, like the
the guy
the
from
actor?
Drew Jones
The
knows who he
actor?
is.
The
apparently.
actor?
No, the guy from Alphard.
From
No,
Alphard?
I don't know anybody in Alphard.
Oh, we don't either.
Dang.
Hey.
I
was
I
like,
swear to God, I contacted from someone from Alphard to come on the show, and he told me my English is not so good. I would rather not come on. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They are a Russian company anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but they have to have someone that speaks English pretty well enough to come on a podcast, an English speaking podcast. I would think.
Okay.
That's just
True.
Man, all of these are like fully done show cars.
I know everything is
with
like
sound.
so is like finished. I love it. Banda, some Brazilian going
Yeah, you
on
see
over
that?
there.
They had tar
And
amps in
Phi.
there. They had tar amps in there.
Phi, Lanzar.
Oh, the sandbags going on top of the.
Is everybody watching this? I hope everybody's seeing this on the chat.
Bro, you got a haircut?
yeah, did you?
Oh, a bunch of Ground Zero. So my back to my earlier comment was
that's
that
funny.
when you're getting a demo, it actually looks like you're enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of demos, videos, and people are just like, "Hey, this is all right, man."
Yeah, that ruins a
Thanks.
video.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
I'm quite
you're
an
like getting
expressionate
crushed.
person.
Look
Yeah,
at this!
so-
Look at this freeze frame. He's getting crushed. Oh my god, I love
So
it.
on the section with the clips of the demos, the first demo clip, which is in quite a dark vehicle with the Vibe Black Death Hex subwoofers behind my head. There wasn't actually a seat in that car at the time, and the seat was removed because they're still doing the install at the show. So I was actually sat on the floor, which makes it 10 times like worse than, if you sat on the floor next to all the subwoofers, as opposed to being sat in the seat. It added to the whole experience. So that shot come out really good. And I'm quite an expressionate person anyway. And at the time when I was filming those as well, my personal build was like only in the 140s, so I wasn't as used to it. I know you do get used to it the more you listen to those loud vehicles. Like I'm probably going to lose that touch as time goes on. And
I don't know who that is.
and as time goes on and I get more used to that kind of sound pressure, I
Is
don't
that
want to
kinda-
lose my enthusiasm for it, but I'm hoping like it stays. But you do get used, you do get used to it at the
I
end of
don't
the
get
day.
used to it. I've sat in a lot of loud ass cars. There's no getting used to it.
Or
Which
maybe I
one?
won't get used to it. I have
No,
to
you
find
will
out.
not. I hope you. I here. My hope for you is that you never ever get used to it, because for me it never gets old. When I hear 55 plus, it's still an experience for me, and I love it.
You're gay.
I absolutely love it. I know that I'm gay. What are you gonna do? I'm coming out of the
No,
closet.
yeah, I like it in my own builds. When you first crank it up that first time and you play that song that you know how it's supposed to sound loud, and then you give it a little more, and you're like, "Ooh, this was a little louder than the last thing I had." Then it's fun.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know what to tell
I'm
you.
Guy
gonna- you
Stevenson,
wanna-
is that his name?
Yeah, that's right.
Because
I'm
he's
gonna
in
go
the
and find
chat.
the
He-
camera.
He's in the chat. He said Anthony for UK Prez.
We've currently got your president over in the UK. Good old
Really?
Donald Trump. Yeah.
Hey.
No shit.
Hey,
That's
so
hilarious.
knowing your edit style, do you film? Do you have to film it a certain way? Like you're moving the camera around, knowing
Yeah,
you're gonna
so
edit that into a
I'm gonna help
transition?
you out with that question. Just give me
Yes.
like one moment. I'm gonna grab something.
You got a half
I
a
can
moment.
see.
You got a half a
Yeah.
moment. Get
Yeah,
it?
Just kidding. Just kidding. Take your time.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna heat up another crumpet.
Dude, I saw Kyle Ruckus Rutherford is in the chat.
Who's that?
And,
Who's that?
I saw a Ruckus sticker
Who?
on the truck today. I had to take a picture and send it to
To
him.
who?
Spotted.
Who is
So-
that?
Dude, I need some of his shirts for
I
real.
got,
I'm gonna
um,
spend like $100 in
I have
shirts.
one. I have a street.
I need like
straight
7
clipping.
of them.
So
Go.
these help.
Look at
a
this
lot.
thing.
Yeah. So this
You
is
made that?
No, it's a dual-handed gimbal, and then I got the selfie stick gimbal as well. They help make the shots a lot smoother, which helps a lot when it comes to editing. Because if the shot is really shaky, it's very difficult to make it smoothly transition between shot to shot.
Dude, this guy's got like all the
Yeah.
good shit. Like, look at it. He's got the whole boom mic and the good thing and the gimbal.
All right. So
and
how much was one of those US?
US.
Yes.
They retail in the UK for the kit for about £300. So I'm assuming that's
$700.
no, they ain't that. The pound ain't worth that much.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That's-
that little,
that's
should I
like
say?
$370. A pound. What is a pound? Like $1.15?
16 ounces.
Something like that.
Somebody look it up. What GBP is to USD. Also, give me the price of Bitcoin. We have to check on that. We haven't checked on it today.
Y'all don't do that over there. do
Everybody
y'all?
in it, do it.
And the in terms of the camera that I use, it's
Yes.
a Panasonic G85. I do have the camera somewhere. I believe it's in the hallway, but I'm not going to run over there and grab it. But so how I managed to get the shots to look different to what you would see just from a raw clip is I shoot the video in the low profile, so that all the contrast is turned right down, the sharpness is turned down to 0, like completely negated out, and I shoot in what's known as Cine Light D format, which is a very low profile image. This helps retain the highlights and shadows in the shot. And then in post-production, I will manually put all the saturation, the sharpness, and the contrast back in post-production. So I have a lot of control of how much contrast is there and how sharp the image is and how saturated the image is. I then apply a color grading technique as well to give it kind of a look and feel. So each video I've been playing around with the different color grading. So some of them are like an orange and teal. Some of them would be more of a murky look to them. Dependent on the look and feel that I'm actually going for. So this helps like give a feel to the footage subliminally is probably the best word for it. When you do it unconsciously. They use the same technique in film as well.
Right.
I did a whole course on it on Udemy of how to color grade. So that's how I learned how to do
I
it.
gotta go in there, man. I gotta go in there and
Oh
take
yeah,
some
Udemy is
Adobe.
like, you can like learn anything on there. It's amazing.
Your internet is dying, Fade.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering if it was Anthony's.
Nah, it's your face.
God damn it.
Me and him are fine. But like I said, like you're in your head, you're knowing, all right, I'm gonna make this a time warp transition, so I need to go in close right here and then like you're filming knowing you're gonna edit that exact moment into something. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. You gotta pre-plan it, a lot of it. So what I'll do is I'll run around the car with the camera, and then I'll try and run in the car on the same shot, so I can time warp into the car, and then move the camera around so that it does this. So when you time warp, it looks like it transitions really smoothly into the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think about those things beforehand.
Yeah, fade.
Dude, for real, I saw a
He
whole
doesn't do
video
shit.
on this the other day, and it says you can do yourself a huge favor if you have that in mind when you're shooting. You know what I mean?
don't do
like,
it, though.
don't just do take after take after take.
It's-
Also, I was gonna ask him if you've ever considered. Remember what was that? DaVinci?
DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, that
yes.
free
Yes.
one. That free one.
Yeah. Have you messed with that one?
DaVinci Resolve is another fantastic color grading. Well, it's an editor as well, but it's great for doing film-like color grading. I have considered it because it's a lot better optimized than Adobe Premiere is.
It's free,
For color grading,
and it's free,
yeah,
right?
I believe there's a pro version as well.
Yeah,
off the top of my head, it's got a much better workflow. It's just the problem is that I learned Adobe first, and probably similar to EXO as well. You've already invested all that time in learning an editing suite and software. It seems like a lot of effort to go and learn another piece of software, and I didn't want to.
After you paid for it, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, and the well, I'd use the two. A lot of people use both of them, Adobe and DaVinci. So what you'd do is you'd move your footage out of Adobe into DaVinci to color grade it, because the color grading workflow is fantastic in DaVinci Resolve, and then you'd import that back into Adobe Premiere for your edit. And I believe there might be a plugin that helps with that as well. I just haven't got to that stage yet, so I'm still doing it with just Adobe. It is on the agenda. I do want to take the time out, like I have with After Effects. After Effects is a recent addition to my to my tool set, and I'm using After Effects to do all those text pop-ups and some couple of other special effects as well. I'm planning to use DaVinci Resolve soon to get better color grading results. But it would help.
Have you ever heard of LumaFusion?
No, I haven't used LumaFusion.
It's old.
Hi-Fi Vega says LumaFusion till I die. So I think that was sort of like a gang thing.
Hi-Fi Vega is here. Hello, man.
Don't tell him hi. He'll get him excited.
Look, other
Big T
podcasts we
Wiz's,
give shout outs for
podcast.
free.
Yeah,
I'm not giving any other shout outs.
This isn't super chat. This isn't super chat. Get out of here, kids. Man, what about music? Do you have a song in mind before you do the mix, or you just whatever's popping that day?
Yes. So what I do is picking the song actually takes a considerable amount of time. It's the bit that I hate the most, because you have to. So what I've done is I've gone on YouTube Audio Library. I've downloaded a bunch of songs that I like, and then I've got a video in mind, and I go through all those songs and I listen to them and I try and work out what's got the best bars and beats to match what I want to edit at that particular time. And I shortlist it to about 3 or 5 selections, and then I pick a final selection. And a lot of the time, I just get fed up, and I just pick that one, do it,
And then you just work around it.
Yeah, just work around it. So you edit to the music. The music kind of dictates how the edit will be. And
I don't think people understand how long video editing takes.
Yeah.
So I had
insane.
That's why hardly anybody does it, and that's why it stands out. Honestly.
I had an interesting comment as well on EXO's video with the UK section, where someone says that the cuts, there was too many, it was moving around a bit too much. So for my next video, what I've done is I've made it so that they some of the sections last like 2 bars or 3 bars, if that makes sense, to make it not feel like it's jumping around as much. So I'm always trying to improve the edits based on the feedback I get from individuals.
Yeah,
so
but
I always read the comments.
It depends on the
video as well.
Right. It depends on the content. If you're just showing off something, you don't need 10 minutes on a fuse block or 5 bars.
Of course not.
Right? You jump. And I don't know how long you need on a selfie of getting a demo. Like, jump to the subs, jump to the whatever. You know what I mean? But obviously I appreciate you taking feedback from people, but people suck. They don't know.
Especially YouTube commenters. You should know that. They just hate themselves.
They do. They hate everything.
They're miserable. They want you to be miserable. Your video sucks,
kid. World
kid.
to burn.
F the queen. I'm sure you've got that a lot.
Oh, I've had some weird comments in time, yeah, definitely.
Do they talk shit about the Queen? Is that a thing? That's not a
Yes.
thing.
Nah, I haven't had that one yet, but I'm assuming it'll probably happen on my channel tonight.
You never seen nobody say
Someone-
just. All right, good. I guess it.
I was actually thinking of filming for one of my future videos of my own build outside, well, near the Queen's Castle, so you could have it in the background. I thought that might be quite
Just
cool
pull
for
up
the,
banging one day too, till she
Yeah,
comes out.
100%.
But I could just imagine like her going, Philip, what's that loud music? You know, we go absolutely nuts on the
Banging on the ceiling. Hey.
I need to turn it down.
That would be so epic. Oh my god.
So what are the laws around there about audio loudness and stuff?
So you can get £100 fine for playing loud music. There's also something known as a Section 59, and when you get like I believe 2 or 3 of them, your car gets taken away, and you have to it gets impounded, and you have to go and collect it. So you can get into trouble for playing loud music in the UK. Thankfully, it's not very well policed because there's bigger priorities out there than chasing someone that's playing a bit of bass. So if someone does call the cops, it takes a long time for them to respond.
Don't they all like drive
long does it
minis
take to
anyway?
So to make one demo video, so a classic example of I'm gonna finish a demo video tomorrow that I've been working on. It takes roughly 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm working on them in the evenings.
That's crazy.
If I didn't have a full-time job, it'd be a lot quicker.
Oh, how many hours? How many hours?
Roughly about 40.
40 hours.
Holy hell!
About
to make
40
like
per demo
what,
video.
like a 5-minute video, or how?
Yeah,
how,
5, 6, 7 minute video.
And how much content do you have that you cut down to? Like how many hours do you record or whatever?
A lot more than what I actually have in the final edit. Yeah.
You need to make some B-roll stuff, like some blooper videos. Those are hilarious all the time.
Do you just like record and then come back and do it, or do you have like your cuts in mind? Because that's what you do.
No. He's on about how often I press the record button on the camera.
Yeah.
So I actually do try my best effort to press the stop button because I hate having to watch it back later and having to find the sections. That bit takes so long to go through all that footage.
That's what Skip does. He just records and records and records and records.
And you end up generating more work for yourself. So over time, it used to take me a lot longer to make a video. It would take like 6 weeks. The one video, the DB drag video I'd done, took 6 months. Like that was because it was just the video was well out of my skill level, if that makes sense at the time, because it required like lots of voiceover, it required like graphics, moving animations, and a script, and just knowing what a demo video is a lot easier. It's easy to template a demo video. You know, you just show a few shots of the build, and then you do a demo, and then the conclusion. Whereas with this, I needed to explain, like the DB drag video, by the way, for the people that didn't know, is I got a video on explaining what DB drag is and how the different formats work in DB drag. And that video took so much time, like, to do, but I learned a lot from it, and I ended up investing in this microphone here to help improve my workflow, because before I was recording on my camera using the camera. It's not inbuilt mic, but I had a Rode Video Mic Pro attached to the top of the camera, and what I'd have to do then is to get the footage off the memory card, go through the audio clips, and then edit all the audio clips. But now I could just press a button on my computer and it would record directly from the microphone.
Yeah, man. People don't understand.
I just got a Facebook notification from Kyle Ruckus Rutherford. If you use the coupon code bananas, you get 15% off.
So I see a question from Hi-Fi Vega asking what mic. So this is I believe a Blue Yeti Pro microphone I've got here, and for the demo.
What you have, Skip?
Yeah, bro.
Same one, exact same one.
Why does yours sound so much better than his?
Because his in UK or something. I don't know.
Because he knows how to use it.
He doesn't have a lag or something. He's got that fancy wind catcher.
He's got the Euro version, like the JDM version.
Does it do it now sound like Skip?
Yeah, right.
He's got the
Yeah,
JDM
it does sound like Skip
version.
now, yeah?
Maybe it's because it's upside down.
Yeah. What's up? Does this sound better? Does this sound better?
So get a t-shirt or a towel or something.
Take my shirt off.
For the demo videos, I use a Rode Video Mic Pro, and what I do is I turn it down to negative 20 dB, and then I also turn down the camera by 12 dB so that it doesn't clip the microphone as much while the demo is playing.
I clip the fuck out of mine.
Yeah,
I love clipping it.
You about that clip life.
Yeah, I just turn it to all knobs to the right, bro.
Oh my god.
Uh,
You're gonna be getting so many messages now about like
doing
your
editing videos. Yeah,
cameras and editing.
bro,
and,
can you
like,
edit my
mics,
video,
audio, all that.
Bro, if I give you this shit, can you
Everybody
edit it?
blow
I'm
him
going to
up.
end up with a massive stockpile. People say, "Can you edit my video
Yeah,
for me?
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
edit
Everybody
mine?"
blow
And
him
then
up.
I'm never going to get one of my own videos for this.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
ever.
That's how it's gonna
Ever,
be.
ever,
Dude,
ever.
you can be like a Fiverr. Do that. Don't they have? They got those people that do that, huh?
Kyle,
Like video
okay.
edit for money.
Oh yeah, he should do it for money, 100%.
And maybe in a future stage. For now, I just want to
Should have
keep
charged
learning.
Exo's ass.
Yeah, keep learning what I can, and try and just improve my whole editing style over time. If that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually just kidding. Don't be charging anybody for anything. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Nah, I do it for fun. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
once you
Like,
start.
Once it stops being fun,
Right.
stop doing it.
Right. Same here. Are you monetized yet or?
Not yet. I haven't activated it because I haven't got 4,000 hours of watch time. So I'm still
hey.
going. I got the 1,000
Everybody
subs
go
now.
to the car
Yeah.
audio guy and watch every
Just
single video.
open
he's
up every
got,
app.
goddamn
Open up
Leave it
every
on.
app. Yeah, leave it on auto play and just watch the playlist.
all that. Just
Well,
everybody go right now. Like his page, the car audio guy. Even though I'm kind of the car audio guy.
You know,
Go to his page, like it. Go to his YouTube.
I can't believe that YouTube name wasn't taken.
I know,
Me
right?
too. I was
That's so funny.
absolutely shocked. The Facebook name wasn't taken.
Yeah, the
YouTube
Facebook
name
also.
wasn't taken. But the Instagram name was. So I had to be the car audio guy official or something on Instagram, like because someone else took it on there. But
Oh my
yeah, I
God.
was really surprised.
Kyle just had the best idea. Everybody go to your local Best Buy. Open
Oh,
up the
yes.
Car Audio Guy YouTube. Press play on all of them and walk away.
I've got to see a
Yo.
YouTube video of that.
Hey, go make
Dude.
a playlist right now on YouTube that just says
Actually,
like if you
Uh,
have one made, you know, that has
dude,
all of them.
Kyle-
Just add all of
Kyle.
your videos.
is Kyle the bloke that has the SQ videos on YouTube that I watched a very long time ago?
No,
No, that's Kyle.
No, it's
Probably-
different Kyle, right?
Kyle Ragsdale.
That's the guy. Yeah, his videos were awesome. I wanted to rehash those at some point. I was going to ask him if I could condense the information into a shorter, sweeter video because I use these techniques and it was helping me win SQ competitions in the UK. It was
Fade
amazing.
perked up.
Yeah. So I used to compete in SQ. I'm hoping to start competing back in it again once my build is done, and I'll just do a front end on it. But yeah, I was always into getting, making sure the time alignment was bang on, make sure the stage was perfect, and you would have like all the different instruments in their little bubbles, etc. And I used to do it all by ear as well, so I try and avoid using an RTA. I use an RTA to begin with, but now I managed to figure out that playing pink, filtered pink noise, and you could figure out like whether it's going to the left or to the right, and you'd go through each frequency band and try and center it up with I have an Alpine H800 processor in my build. So
He's speaking my language, Skippy.
yeah.
He's speaking my language.
And I'm actually gonna dwell. The goal for this year is I want to start doing some videos on SQ builds. I'm trying to come up with a format on how to record it with like a dual microphone setup, so you got a stereo recording. So I'm looking into investing a stereo microphone.
It's not going to help.
Does it not? Even
No,
if you wear earphones in the video,
No, it's not going to translate. I promise.
he's
promise.
put the sound on my fire already.
I
but
mean,
Yeah.
listen. I want you to try.
I'm gonna try and come up with a format. for
So
it.
there's Richard Vedvik. You should probably message him and see if you can even make it feasible. But the thing is, you're gonna have to have it calibrated to a certain pair. Have you seen? Do y'all have Crutchfield over there? I know that sounds
we don't
like
have
a silly
Crutchfield,
question.
but I know what Crutchfield is.
Okay, Crutchfield has like a demonstration type thing where you can compare different speakers. So you're supposed to use Bose headphones and plug it into your computer, and then you can listen. You can demo different speakers that they sell. Like, it's getting roasted because it's just not how it works.
Didn't
right?
Pete
No,
Pete
not
just
at all.
make a video about using that different mic he had to?
So
Yeah, but that
Hi-Fi
binaural
Vegas
mic?
goes with binaural mics, which tries to capture the sound.
Yeah, but binaural mics, that's for like headphones. It's not for stereo playback. So
I'm gonna have to experiment, see if I can come up with something that works.
Yeah, I suppose.
I haven't. There's not really any like example. I've been looking on YouTube trying to find like a decent like SQ style video, but it's just so hard to find.
Okay, I recorded it with my iPhone, obviously, but we posted a video about Aggieland, which is like a $10,000 money round type SQ show, right? The best sounding car there gets $10,000, winner take all. And so I've sat in it, listened to it, and I was recording a little bit of it with my iPhone. And I mean, you can tell like the tonalities there, but you're never going to be able to convey the space of the room and how good it is.
Because it's going to depend on the headphones they're wearing, because they've all got different sound stages on their
exactly.
headphones. Yeah,
I just told you that the coupon
yeah, but you didn't
code
show
bananas.
anybody. Coupon code banana straight clipping.
So go listen. Go.
Everybody go
maybe
buy
I
a
should
shirt
use.
right now.
Maybe I should try and come up with a graphics or assets that help visually show.
No,
what's
you're
going on
gonna
with
have
it.
to 100%. Like there was one part of the video where I was in this red Audi that's amazing. It's got a really big stage, and I was pointing everything out. I was like, look, this guy is singing over here. This guy's singing here. This guy's in the middle, and the whole thing, and it's super wide, and it's just it doesn't translate.
I didn't watch
You know what I
that.
mean? And I wish it would. So
Maybe,
everyone
like,
could appreciate it.
An animated guitarist, an animated drum kit and stuff, all in the different positions where the bubbles actually are. It's going to be so difficult to do. It's a format I'm working on.
There's a video out there right now that does that. It's a Michael Jackson video. It's a Michael Jackson song, but
Where
it's a
is
video.
it? Nobody knows this
like,
mystical video.
And it has like bubbles in the different places where the instruments should be. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, link it, whatever. But there's a Michael Jackson video, and it shows on the screen where everything should be, and maybe that'll help you like with what you're talking about.
Yeah, so coming up for a format for it. It's on the agenda for this year. It's something I really want to try, but it's just getting it right, because the problem is with SQ is when you film it, a lot of people might get bored. If that makes sense, because it's not it's not like panels flexing or anything like that. It's just something he's pointing to himself.
Yeah, that you wonder why he was sleeping against his microphone. If you
I still want to show that side of car audio, because to me it was interesting, and I found that it was hard to find information on it online. So it's having some videos on it where you get to hear these different cars and what people are actually looking for on these cars, and what the general rule of thumbs are, would be really helpful, I believe, to somebody.
I'll send you a link. If you haven't seen it, I'll send you a link. That's not going to help. That's not going to help, Rob.
Don't tell this man. He's going to do it, Fade. Where you failed, he's going to do it.
I didn't try. I didn't try.
Yeah, you did, and you failed.
I took the word.
This kid's got hope, and he's got faith in himself, and you don't.
All right. Well, he needs to speak to some audio engineers.
He is an audio engineer.
A professional audio engineer.
He's an acoustician.
Listen.
Shout out Ed Lester. I love that phrase.
I talk to Richard Vedvik all the time, and we talk about mic arrays and binaural mics and all that stuff, and it's just eventually he or they, Andy Weimeyer wants to do this too, come up with a mic array to be able to measure cars more accurately, right? Whether that's for judging or whether that's for just for frequency correction or what, but it's not. You cannot convey the space and the emotion of listening to a car. That's why humans still listen to them and judge.
For sure, but that's why I don't like it, because it's biased. It could be.
It's not biased.
It could be. If that judge,
we're opening a can of worms.
If that judge doesn't like you, he could absolutely give you a worse score.
That is absolutely 100% true. But
Done.
I also get drunk and annoying at every single show. That way I know
but you're just
I'm going to get the lowest possible score.
Yeah, but you're just a nice feller. You're a nice bloke.
Do y'all say bloke like we say dude?
I have heard the word bloke a few times, yeah.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
geezer. Geezer's quite common.
What is it?
For an old guy, or
Geezer?
Yeah, geezer.
is that only for an old guy? We call old people geezers.
Not like on the daily.
I've used
though.
it in all sorts of contexts.
Do we sound like ridiculously country or like Cajun or whatever you would think accent here right now?
He doesn't know what Cajun.
Just sound like you're from the movies.
What movie? What movie?
Which movie? Ding, ding, ding,
Go,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
Yeah,
What-
like most movies are like American accents. So.
Dude, when people do American accents, they do country.
All right,
accents.
I'm here. Like John Wayne or something.
Unless they're
Oh,
doing.
when you say country, do you
California.
mean like that?
You know who Ronnie Smith is?
No, he doesn't. Know.
If you Google country accent, his face pops up saying,
Ronnie
what do you
Smith
think
and
about that?
Franklin Gauss will
like
be
Forrest
the-
Gump or something.
Yes, they're both
Yeah.
like Forrest Gump. Yes.
Yes, 100%. They can run
Or
really fast.
what's that other guy's name? Sling Blade.
Dude, do an it someone's asking me to do an American accent.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
try to do an American accent right now.
Yeah,
Go.
can you do an American accent?
And Fade will try to do
I need
English.
I need a phrase.
I want to go buy a Whopper from Burger King.
Um,
This is gonna be ridiculous.
He's
yeah,
like
this is gonna
prepping
be like the worst.
the worst ever.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just psyching myself up for this.
You got it.
Oh my God! Did you just see that?
Dude, that was pretty.
That was
good.
really good.
That was pretty good.
Like I don't think Fade's English accent could beat
No, I
that.
can't do it. I cannot. I'm so bad at accents.
Well-
So bad.
I can only say Harry Potter phrases in English. That's it. That's all I got. Hello, Harry.
Hey, that's not bad. There you go.
Pa-
Like, give me a phrase and I'll try to emulate. Give me any
a phrase.
random, the most English phrase ever uttered in human history.
Um,
M.
just thinking.
I'm just thinking.
It's
There's
gotta be-
different. The problem with English is
You gotta have.
there's,
I'm gonna have a spot of tea or something like that, huh?
I'm terrible. I'm not even gonna try. Don't worry about it. I'm not even.
Oh,
gonna
this
try.
would be-
I'm so
this would be
bad at
gold.
accents.
Yeah, but that's why it's funny.
I was gonna say so. I was trying to come up with a phrase with tea in it.
Yeah, obviously.
could
it
you
has to have
could
tea
you
in
pass me my tea and crumpets, please, or something? Like that.
it. Could you pass me my tea and crumpets, please?
That was pretty
There you
good.
go.
That's
That's all
pretty
right.
Pass me my-
I don't know why you gotta
Crumpets,
whisper
please.
it, but that was pretty good.
I don't know. I can't say it all loud and shit. Because Americans are the ones that are all loud and boisterous
Yeah.
and rah, 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 my fucking V8 and my American flag.
Yeah.
And he's like drinking tea and eating crumpets on the show.
It's
Meanwhile,
proper.
yeah,
proper.
fully. Like teas, pinkies,
Pinkies in
up.
the air. Yes, sir.
Pinkies up. Look, Franklin. Look at Franklin. He said, "What the hell's a crumpet?"
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
know.
I could
no
hear- I could-
one knows. We
It is a
literally
crumpet.
Googled it.
I
Look
could
right there.
I got a
It
packet
says
right here.
crumpet.
turn it there. What is that? Water Burtons?
What a burger crumpet.
Whataburger crumpets.
Warburtons.
Warburtons.
Crumpets.
That's
We
ridiculous.
still don't know, Franklin. We still don't know.
Nah, nobody knows. Nobody. I don't think anybody knows what a crumpet is. Honestly,
No, for
it's
real.
just a
And
snack
it's
cake.
not a biscuit because biscuits are cookies over there.
It's just a snack cake.
Tell
Wait,
us
wait.
the most annoying thing about Americans right now. Go.
Don't say Trump or I'm gonna hang up on you.
No, you can't say Trump. Say it. Look, you have to pander to
They call
your viewers.
they call the boot the trunk or something.
Oh,
I get
that's
confused. I get confused about that so much when I'm watching videos.
The
And
boot.
they got different names for things.
Do y'all say boot
It's
wall? Do y'all have boot wall?
oh boot
Yeah,
wall.
we've got-
oh my
we've got-
god, I have to
we've got
edit
boot
the
wall, yeah?
Wikipedia.
The boot wall.
Yeah,
Do
there's
you
a boot
really
wall.
say
Do you
boot
guys?
wall?
Trunk
Yeah.
wall. We call it trunk wall. Fade doesn't
Oh,
think it's
wow.
a real thing, but
Are you shitting
Hey,
me? I wrote the
Big
fuck-
D Wiz is
I
in the
wrote
chat.
it.
don't
I wrote
don't give those
the
guys any attention. They don't need any more. Don't
Do they?
don't. No.
Wait, do you
Alright.
really say boot wall? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, we do say boot wall. Yeah.
The bonnet. Fade
So we got
Fade calls the door panel a door card. Like a loser.
The
yeah,
plastic part.
we got door cards.
Yeah, I know y'all do, but Fade also says that.
Thank you.
The-
I speak the Queen's English.
The queen is pleased.
I also don't use the Oxford comma, so suck it.
Do y'all do a lot of well, we've seen that white van, but do y'all do a lot of big pro audio builds over there? Like just
When you say
loud,
big,
like
yeah, okay, so
loud
like
highs,
PA
mids and
builds.
highs. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so PA builds have been quite popular this year. So, what's happened is I think there's something called Sound Clash in the UK, where the idea behind it is you've got to try and play as loud as possible and get the best crowd appreciation for your vehicle. That's how you win Sound Clash.
Love it.
And but with that scene kind of breaking in the UK, it's caused a lot of vehicles to be built with PA systems in the back. So a lot of people would now, what I've seen happening is you'll have your generic, your more standard install where you have a lot of subwoofers and door speakers and that, but then on the back of the vehicle it opens up to a massive PA system. I've seen a few builds this year at Modified Nationals that had that kind of setup, so
Bro,
it's starting to pick up.
We got to get proper droppers over here, Skippy.
For sure.
Yeah, I know who to speak to if anyone is interested in getting proper droppers
Now,
over
see,
in the US.
you're the opening into all of our UK guys we need to talk to also on the show. So you're gonna have to be the ambassador to the US, the whole entire US.
That's right. You're now our in.
And nobody else.
Anyone who has any questions about anything in the UK,
you
message
gotta
the
answer.
car audio
Yeah.
guy. I mean, you have the name and you just open yourself up.
Yeah, just talk about bonnet walls.
So PD is really fun, and the leaderboards would be incredibly interesting if there was American vehicles on there. To be fair, because at the moment the UK and the Netherlands are kind of dominating the leaderboards.
Dominating my ass.
And then,
America rules ass in everything. Let me
hear
hear
reason
it.
for you to get proper droppers, right? And
What do you got? What do you got? We have the kings of lows over here. What are y'all working?
No, them
with?
guys do 60s for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
in some videos.
Loudest. I believe the loudest 20 hertz is 160 plus in the UK. I don't know if that's a lot for the US.
No, that's a lot anywhere.
Because the microphone position's in a different position as well. It's on the passenger seat.
Right.
Wait, where is it
on the
at?
windshield?
It's on the headrest, huh? Is that the headrest you said?
Yeah, so I'm going to make a video on
That's ridiculous.
But so how it works is you've got the microphone on the headrest.
Hello,
and you're allowed to have a door open. So you can have a door open or closed, however you want it, down, a window up. It doesn't matter. And you're allowed to have as many people as you like pushing onto the vehicle, people sitting on the roof of the vehicle.
That's crazy.
You're allowed to have tie straps around the vehicle to tighten it. So it's quite lenient.
What the shit?
Fades out.
Somebody tag Jared, please. The beast.
He doesn't want the smoke.
Do you think?
No, he couldn't even do it down here.
What are you talking?
He did like a 58 at scraping. He did like a 58 at scraping.
61 at 26 for 3 minutes straight in subsonic suicide.
That doesn't mean that. That's a made up class.
No, who's the king of the lows in the world? Why haven't we heard of these guys? You need to travel some more and get some more footage of these people.
We need numbers.
Yeah, we need numbers so we can talk shit and bench race everyone.
The problem is there's not the only common format we probably have is DB drag, right? But DB drag is got so many variables in play. It's hard to get a solid kind of score where with proper droppers you're just playing a test tone. So
no one cares about DB drag. No one.
Do they?
Is it dying off as well in the US?
Yes.
Yeah, it's happening the same in the UK.
Is it really?
As well.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's
it's bigger than ever. DB drag is like the standard, but my problem with DB drag is it's the most ridiculous microphone placement there is, and I don't mean to hurt any butts, but it is so arbitrary where they put the mic. And I said this in the $150 challenge group the other day. So Outlaw, I don't know if you ever heard of USAC, right? Outlaw metering is you put the mic in the loudest place that it is in front of the B pillar. Headrest is obviously where your head goes. That makes the most sense where it goes. 12 inches over and 6 inches up on the dashboard makes no sense. It's ridiculous. Who decided to put it there? It's dumb. It's indefensible.
I wonder if it's to do with the frequencies that are played, because I noticed when testing myself, the 50 hertz is louder towards the front of the vehicle where the windshield is than it is where the headrest was. But that might be based on the wavelength and how far away the microphone is from the enclosures, right?
originally it started because it used to be a different microphone or a different sensor, and they wanted everyone to be able to see where it was. I think that's probably where it started. And then it just stayed there because it's ridiculous. Like, there's literally no defense anyone can make for that position other than that's how DB drag does it. There's literally no reason. 161 at 26 hertz. Daniel Powell. For how long? Is that an average or burp?
Burp.
That's a burp.
But that's what these are, burps, huh?
Yeah,
No,
so
we're
we've
talking about
got in proper droppers it's a burp. Yeah, so it's
Is it like the average or?
nah. So
The
how
loud?
it works. So yeah, so you can play you play the four tones 40, 33, 25 and 20. You get all those scores. You get all those scores on a piece of paper, so you know whatever your 40, 33, 25 and 20 was, and then they've taken averaged those scores to produce your final score for the leaderboard. And the loudest car we have, I believe, I'm going to get the scores up, or I can send you the link to the scores. Is probably the better thing to do. So you
I
can
got
have
it
a
on the
look.
screen.
Yeah, he's got it on the thing.
Have you got it on the screen? Have you?
Yeah.
Well, the proper droppers, like rules.
World records.
Let me send you. Oh, you got the world records up. So you should
Darryl-
see someone called
Daryl
Daryl
Ellis.
Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the loudest in the UK.
What is it?
161.8.
We need to go to a smaller organization we have here, ISPLL, right? Just like Brian Hitchcock just said. A smaller organization has an average. I think it's 3 frequencies though, 10 cycles apart. They it's like a real SPL or something. Then they have subsonic suicide. So they're trying to do the low frequency thing, but
There's also a world record for the loudest 10 hertz score as well on proper droppers. You should
10.
That's retarded.
Yeah, there's you could check
What
those out
class
as
is
well.
that?
What is it? What is this? Are you
Let me
looking
find
at
the
it?
link for you. You're on the website, aren't you? So
10
if you go
hertz?
click 10 hertz at the top.
I don't see that.
10 hertz.
You're
everyone
you're on the
listening to
UK website, .co.uk, proper droppers.
Oh my
no,
God.
I'm on com.
Go
Oh.
.co.uk and then click 10 hertz.
Nobody cares that there's no music down there, Franklin. Zip it.
And then you
We're
can
trying
check
to
out
break
what the
shit.
loudest 10 hertz is.
I don't see that.
This is like military
Properdroppers.co.uk.
application.
Proper
shit.
droppers dot what?
Co.uk.
Oh, that co.
So co.uk.
Yeah.
Dude, every once in a while eBay takes me there. and I
Oh,
get
look
so
who's
mad.
look who's on the front page.
Yeah.
Who?
I'm from the
The
UK.
God.
Nuh-uh. The car audio guy?
Yes, sir.
Stop it. You're
Yes,
on the
sir.
Proper Jobbers front page?
This is a paid advertisement. I feel it.
Oh my
already.
God, this is a paid advertisement.
he's the org president.
No, I do a lot of filming for them.
Oh my
so
God.
a lot of their events I film at, so they thought they'd help me out by putting me on the front page as well.
Look at that.
Oh, there he is.
152
Look
at
at
10
that
hertz.
Is that O face? What is it? What's the score?
152 at 10 hertz. All right, somebody get on that
152
tomorrow.
at 10 hertz.
Somebody
I
get
am
on that
calling
tomorrow.
All Americans.
We got that. We got to get that.
Listen to me. 152 at 10 hertz. If this isn't broken by
Noon
Monday.
tomorrow.
I'm disowning all of my countrymen.
That's
152 at 10. Make it happen, people. Wait, where is this metered at? At the
crazy.
headrest?
The headrest.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Lord.
headrest.
Lord have mercy.
God, what?
I'll
Why
give
is
it
this-
till next Monday. All
This
my
UK side's so much better than the .com one.
Please, hashtag the car audio guy and everyday audios and hashtag F the Brits. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Just kidding, Anthony. Just kidding. Where's that dude from? Is he from
Where's
UK?
Dar- Who? Where's Daryl Ellis from?
The
The-
UK. I've got a video on one of his older versions of his build.
Hashtag proper droppers. Honestly, put up your scores. Hashtag proper droppers. Hashtag everyday audios.
Man, this
Hashtag
dude did
the car audio guy.
that dude did a 160.2 at the headrest at 20 hertz. Jesus.
Oh my God, we've got to see some. What is it? 10 or 15? We got to see this.
This is
shit
10.
now.
This is 20 hertz.
This is gonna be a thing now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm excited.
Brexit.
I said, why? Why is he bringing shit up?
So yeah, if you have got someone that's interested in bringing Papa Droppers over to the US, just let me know.
Yes,
for sure.
Like
100%. That's happening.
I'll be able to put them in contact with who they need to talk to get that happen.
That's happening.
Yeah,
100%. That's coming.
I like that. I like that. Yep. But you are, from now on, all our liaisons to anybody over in the UK we need to talk to. Just so you're familiar. We're gonna message you and be like, "Look, you remember that guy from such and such? Go figure out what we need to do to talk to him on the show."
I mean, it's not hard to remember the car audio guy.
Right.
Everybody watching right now, literally,
just go press autoplay and go press autoplay on his YouTubes.
Autoplay on the YouTube.
The monetization by the end of tonight, right?
How close are you? Do you know? Or
I'll have a check. One sec.
I know it's 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs. 4, so you got.
Monetization would help a ton as well because I want to get some new equipment.
Yeah,
you have pretty good equipment already, apparently.
Yeah, you got better equipment.
There's I want a better camera.
I have an $80 like GoPro knockoff, so suck it.
The GoPros are handy for a high frame rate recording.
Right. What do you render in? You render in 1080 or 4K or
no 4K?
Everyone watching that is going to Slamology. Bring an SSA meter, put it on your head like the bass miner, and tell them to play a 15 hertz.
What's the bass miner?
Or is it 10 hertz?
10 hertz.
Is
152. 10 hertz, 152.
Right, so I've got 1,200 hours of watch time in the past 12 months out of 4,000 needed. Oof. So I've got a while to go.
Oh, yeah, we could double that.
Yeah. We need 2,000 a night.
Yeah,
I need to make longer videos.
Yeah. You need to make podcasts, so it just goes forever.
Right. Just ever. Forever.
Look at ours, huh?
You need to download this one and put it up to your channel.
Yeah.
Oh, we should say something like, you know what we should do? We should say something like offensive to Brits. That way,
that's retarded.
That way, everyone's gonna be mad, and then they'll watch the whole way through.
Yeah, we got.
And you can edit it out when you download it. You edit it out.
Beep.
That's it.
All right, is this a?
Oh, some people are talking about FastPass.
Oh Lord,
that's stupid.
Okay. Can I give my opinion as an outsider?
Yes, absolutely.
To that? Right. So I'm not.
I would like your
US.
opinion on anybody from the America, like that. What you're feeling about them. Like any big.
Okay.
So
audio
do you know anybody from over here?
Yeah, he knows EXO.
I don't know EXO. I've met EXO.
You know Skip.
I haven't really met anyone else from the US other than Guy Stevenson or Stevens or whatever his name is.
The actor.
The guy from Alphard.
Alphard. Yes.
Or Def Bonts or whatever is the one to be called these days. But
I wonder sometimes.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, so the FastPass thing. So as an outsider, I've never been to Slam. I've never seen how long this geezer's queue is. Whether it's like.
Oh, that was the best. That's the clip
Best ever.
This geezer's queue.
This geezer might have a really big queue for all I know.
Do you know who that is? Do you know who
Jonathan
that is?
Price.
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched The Life of Price a few times on YouTube, so I know who he is.
He looks old. He's got gray hair.
And I know that I put a comment saying that he had a shop, and then someone quickly corrected me to say it was a dealer instead. I don't understand the structure over there in terms of like how whether they're classed as shops or dealerships or what. But and then it comes out like randomly with this concept that you have to pay for a demo. Now, he's not that you pay for a demo, but you pay to skip the line for the demo. Now, at first, my knee-jerk reaction was like, "Oh crap! Why is this geezer charging?" And I was getting all like worked up about it, and then I actually spent some time to research it, and I realized, oh, hang on, there's like a big long queue, so there's probably actually a market for this for him. Mm-hmm. He seems like quite a popular guy, like has like some crazy ass following or something, mm-hmm. But as an outsider seeing it, it just looks stupid, and the price was like ridiculous, like $100 or something silly. And I was thinking to myself, why didn't he just make it so that you'd spend like $100 on the fast pass, but you get like, I don't know, $100 or $50 as credit in his store to use, so you wasn't kind of just using that money just to skip the line. It was like you're a customer of his, so therefore you get a demo. You get a faster access to his demo. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens as well, because his refund policy was that you get just store credit. You don't even get your money back. So if his build breaks in the first demo, there's going to be a lot of angry people.
That's another thing.
I
didn't even think of that.
Really good point.
It is. He blows 2 subs and shuts it down for the weekend, and it's Friday. What's up?
That's true.
I didn't even see the post. Did anybody actually see the full post? I just seen people freaking out about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh God, Drew, his white knight is in the chat. Drew, we get it, man. He's your man crush. Jesus.
Somebody tag. Who's that guy that was?
For all I know, he might be a really, really nice guy. Like, I don't know him personally, and I've never met him, so I can't have an opinion on him in that respect. But yeah, the charging for demos thing is like the most. Like, it's spawned the most controversial thing I've ever seen. Like, it's made everyone forget about Rockville. For like a moment.
That's true. Oh my God, that's so true.
The Rockville memes have stopped, and now we're getting all these fast pass memes come through. So I'm waiting to see Jonathan Price's head like photoshopped onto a theme park ride with fast pass written on the bottom. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for these memes. Where are these memes, man? But yeah, he's managed to make everyone forget about Rockville, which is quite an achievement.
I wonder, did he get paid off from Rockville?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, hang on, you need to do something outrageous, Jonathan. You need to help us out here. Make everyone forget about the whole Rockville thing for a moment.
Help us out.
I'll charge for demo. I'll charge for skipping the lines for demos.
This dude is woke. Skip.
Yeah, bro. Nobody can get nothing past you, dude. That's amazing. I love it.
It's amazing.
That's funny.
But how would think about it this way though. Imagine if you paid and there wasn't actually a queue for his demo anyway.
Yeah, you just walk straight up.
No, here's the flip side.
No one's
of that,
waiting in line.
Yeah, right.
Here's the flip side of that. Let's say you did pay, right? And there was.
What if there's a line for the fast pass?
No, well that too. But here's my concern. This is my concern, right? Because I'm more pragmatic. Let's say that you paid for a fast pass, and there was 10 or 20. I don't know how many people stand in line to get a demo thing. I'm not standing in line to get a demo. But say there's 10 people, I don't know, and you have a fast pass, and you go straight to the front and hand him this $100 golden ticket or whatever the fuck it is.
Willy Wonka?
Everybody, if I was in line, I would get out of line.
Why?
I would be gone.
They had the same opportunity. They had the same opportunity.
No.
It's hot.
Has he ever done it before?
There's rumors.
What?
There's rumors.
Yes,
okay.
he had.
I was just wondering.
Yes. Nobody knows. You don't know that.
Someone needs to film
Yes, I
it,
do.
and I want to see how that goes. It's like the whole
don't know that.
concept
100%.
is kind of fascinating in a way because I've never really seen it done. Like someone charging, to
Actually, I might. Anyone with a fast pass, if I was like, I would maybe I'd punch them in the face. I might punch them in the face.
If what?
And then steal their fast pass.
Why would you be mad at that guy?
Because he's a douche.
Because he had $100 to blow.
Paying $100 to get to the front of a line for a car audio demo. It's retarded.
Think about this. If I was, say, the car audio guy, and it was a huge show, I had to run around and get a bunch of videos. I wouldn't pay $100, but I paid $20 to just jump in.
That's a good point, actually. If I traveled to the US
shut up, Fades.
and I wanted to get some footage of his build,
you only got so much time
on my YouTube channel. The fast pass is actually quite advantageous.
Hey, I got a bracelet, bro. Let me get that demo.
Why? Why would you do that? Why don't you showcase other people instead of giving free advertisement to people who get to charge people for demos?
Because it's Jonathan Price.
Yeah, he gets the views. Yeah.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he?
Oh my God, Fade. Yes. Yes. Look at his channel.
So what's the story behind Jonathan Price? I obviously only seen him on YouTube. So did he start out a couple of years ago as quite small and then just exploded?
We actually did a podcast with him if you ever want to check it out.
Oh, okay.
But
fair enough.
I don't want to go through the whole history. But yeah, he started out like just a regular guy, like a regular basshead. He started with builds, kept going up. And then I think he became like a dealer for Excess Power. And then his fame, he went to shows, he traveled around shows. He went to shows, exactly, like that's it. And people knew his name. And now he like you said, he doesn't have a shop where he install stuff like I guess what y'all would think of, but he has a shop where he stores products that he sells. You know,
Called a warehouse.
yeah, warehouse. But his name is big. Man in UK knows who he is. He doesn't know Taylor Fade.
Yeah.
Go around shows and ask if
know.
anybody knows who Jonathan Price is, or if somebody knows who T Fade is. Wreck this kid's life.
Oh my god! Well, that's not a fair comparison. You ask him if they know who Steve Mead is versus Jonathan Price.
All right. Do you know Steve Mead is?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, of course.
Who's more famous?
What, Jonathan Price or Steve Mead?
Yeah. Go. Don't not who's more talented.
Are you Team JP or Team
No,
SMD?
that's not fair.
I've got
Why?
the SMD dials in my car.
Boom.
And I've got the DD1 Plus. I've got the AMM1 Plus. AMM1, sorry. And I've got majority of Steve Mead's products.
I gotta look
Team SMD.
I gotta look up who's got more
There's
viewers.
a little there's a small company in the UK called Blade Ice that imports over Steve Mead stuff. So if you are from the UK and watching this, that's the individual you want to speak to if you want to get hold of some SMD stuff. But yeah, I think his products are, you know, pretty good, to be honest.
Pretty good. They're fantastic. I hate his voltmeter. I mean, I like it, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is awesome.
I've got the voltmeter as well, and it's
Be blessed,
like,
man.
if you're on a different voltage system, it would be a pain in the butt. Put it that way, because the colors wouldn't match up with what's good and what's bad voltage.
It's just I don't like the layout. I appreciate the fact that it's like an analog style meter, but I'm half blind, so I can't see this shit. So I need to you got to give me numbers, man. You got to give me numbers.
Damn, Mead's got 662,000.
Yes.
And Price has 414.
Mead is the pimp.
The god.
He's the pimp.
He's
And
got-
that's good reason.
right. Oh my god.
Also,
Those muffled
EXO,
ones.
if I had to watch any of them,
I watch
I
tech
love
stuff.
Mr. Nexo.
No, I watch the crap out of Mead stuff. I watch tech stuff
So-
more than anything now.
My favorite YouTube channels to watch, in terms of as a Brit as well, is EXO's channel, of course,
Yes.
and Showtime SPL.
Oh,
Ed Lester,
We
shout
watch
out.
Ed
Lester.
Lester, Ed Lester.
He brings both. That's why I like both of those two. They're
He's
both.
he's so technical with
Yep,
stuff.
and he's funny.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love
gotta
how
have
he does
both.
the thing with you know, seen him twice in the same shot. Right? That's incredible how he does that
Nerd.
sort of stuff.
He's such a nerd.
Yeah.
I love that about him, though.
The
dude.
Big D Wiz with his amplifier review
Yes,
videos is
Who's
just
that?
really
Who's
really
that?
entertaining.
I've never heard of him in my life.
You never heard of Big?
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's another channel as well that I've watched for tips and tricks on how to do stuff. I can't hear it.
Everyday audio.
Everyday audios,
can't hear
yes.
I can't hear you.
For the awesome podcasts and
That's right.
casts
Yeah,
and
yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
But the other channel that I've watched is Car Audio Fabrication.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that is
Right, that
the
guy's
best ever.
It's got some really good explanations,
Yeah.
especially
What's
on
the
these.
one with the guy who does the cutaways all the time?
No, I'm not mentioning that.
Rafa's mom.
Sound man.
Oh yeah, Soundman.
Do not
CA,
watch
yes.
No.
I've watched Soundman CA.
It's
as
too
well,
much.
Although
It's too much.
it got repetitive though.
Yes,
after a while.
yes,
He
it's too
does-
much.
he needs to
Jokes
switch it up.
over and over and over
If
and
you
over
watch,
and over.
like,
again.
if you were to just watch one of his videos, you'd be like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest channel in the history." But it's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same shit over and over.
Drew Dick eating Price all the time.
I know, dude. He
Another amazing one I
hot.
just found out about, and these guys do like a little Q&A thing too. Five star
yeah, five
car
Five-star,
stereo.
yeah.
Those guys, I watch them all the. I like
I
get
like
down a
those.
rabbit hole of them guys when I'm trying to go
I
to
know,
sleep.
I like that.
There's YouTubers from the UK in car audio. There's Bear Vids. Give a shout
Yeah.
out to him. He does his his amplifier teardowns when he repairs them and
That's
everything.
crazy.
You learn quite
Doing it
can learn
live.
quite a lot from his channel. A lot of videos on there though, so it can be quite confusing to know where to start on his channel. But
He caused quite a stir over here.
did he?
With the no, I mean not a stir, but like he got a lot of views on the gain matching, phase matching video.
Yes,
that
I
he
watched
did.
that one where you connect each coil
Backwards.
backwards, and then when it's perfectly in phase, it will be still.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep. Do you
Yeah,
know
what-
that dude?
Yeah, I know Sam. Yeah, I've met
Yeah.
him at shows and everything. Yeah.
Hey, well, tell him check his effing messages. I messaged him because I was gonna fuss at him for stealing my my gain setting trick.
Oh, did he see it on another video?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
But anyway, no.
Yeah.
I will fuss at him for that. But yeah, tell him we want to have him on the show too.
Okay, yeah, I'll have a word with him when I next see him. He's usually at Proper Droppers.
Look
He
at
usually
that.
hangs out
How-
with Henry quite a lot.
Apparently, the UK is kind of small. They actually know each other.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, but
amazing.
it is a pretty small place. How many UKs can you fit in the US?
I don't know,
That's
like
the
in
question for
Maine.
Google,
all of
isn't
them.
I don't know.
All of them.
Somebody Google how big the UK is and tell us what state.
Yeah. Texas.
Nah, it's definitely not
Probably
even
about-
Texas. It's definitely not even Texas.
How many UKs can you fit in America? Somebody,
how many
somebody
UKs
Reddit
can-
that.
There's definitely something out there that says that.
But yeah, and Sam's great. He goes into great detail about how the amplifiers work. The knowledge he has is just absolutely phenomenal through the amount of experience he's had through repairing amps. Over UK, there's obviously myself and I'm trying to think who else from the UK that,
Who's that?
actually.
Who's that guy with that? He's not from the UK, but he's anybody over there is just from either England or Asia or something. I don't know. They're all in the same spot. That guy with that red like DD car. What's his name? Oh man, you're gonna make me Google it now. He speaks in some kind of not English language.
66 million, size of Alabama.
Jeez.
The last video I saw of at Bear Vids of Sam's, it was about the Rockville, right? But dude, if you strip away everything that about Rockville, it was pretty amazing video about, like, he goes through all the components, what they do and how they work and the whole thing. Like, strip away all the Rockville garbage out of the video, and it's an amazing video. You know what I mean? It just happened to be piggybacked on the Rockville stuff.
Yeah, the Rockville stuff was getting a lot of views. I almost considered making a joke in one of my videos saying it's got this much power rating, and then for you folks that run Rockville, that's this much CEA.
I mean, you got to get it. You got to strike while the iron's hot, cuz.
Man, what
You
is
got to strike. Decaf Astra.
Yeah, is that it?
Yes, Decaf.
Yeah,
Astra's
that
a
guy.
really cool channel.
That guy is nuts.
That thing is filthy. That's
Yeah.
the pioneer of the 6.5 order, right?
Yeah. He was doing a bunch of upgrades recently too. Dude, them guys y'all just shove a lot of shit in like a tiny gulf.
Euros are crazy, dude.
It's nuts, dude. It's
Yeah,
just
the cars we have over here are quite small.
Yeah. Y'all got some cool
Because
cars.
Yeah, they
you use, I see Tahoe use quite a lot
Yeah,
in
that's
the
all we
US. Are they
SUVs.
massive? I've never seen one in person. Are they massive?
Yeah, it's
Well,
ridiculous.
it depends on what you mean. I mean,
it's like a bus
what-
compared to y'all.
Yeah. I wonder. So your car is like an EK Civic, I feel like. So
Yeah, it's like a
imagine,
Ford,
That's right, yeah.
It's like a four-door.
imagine 4 of those like stacked.
Oh my! Is that how
in a
big it is?
square. That's
Jeez,
Yeah, it's stupid.
that's like 4 of my vehicles.
Yes.
Oh my god. So you'd need like 4 times the gear, right, to get the same amount of sound pressure.
That's what they think over here.
That's what they think. No, that's not how it works. But so if you use the same gear in a Tahoe as you do in your car, you'll just get a longer quarter wave and it'll peak lower.
That's what she said.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Decaf Astra is the one.
I mean, it
was
won't be
thinking
as
of.
loud.
I watch a lot of his videos. too, 'cause
Oh,
it's-
someone mentioned Jonky. Now I've seen that, or Jonky, sorry, John Ick YouTube channel. Is that right? Is that referring to the YouTube channel John Ick?
I'm referring to that Decaf Astra. I think. Let me look at it. Let me look at the other guys. thing.
I'm almost 100% sure that the Decaf Astra is the pioneer. Of
is.
this 6.5.
No, it's that Jonic one. That's the one I was talking
Yeah,
about.
he
I'm sorry.
he posts quite a lot of raw clips
Yeah,
usually. But his YouTube channel's like exploded.
Yeah,
Like,
Drew,
that's
is
what I
that
mean.
I'm just like, whoa.
5.1 meters? What, from the firewall to the tailgate? Drew wants you to know that Tahoes are 5.1 meters.
5.1.
See, like
Yeah,
that guy's
that's-
got a.
Oh my days. That's huge.
Is that a?
Oh my days.
What does that mean? Is
Oh,
that
wow.
from the
What?
thing?
Oh my days.
No. I'm just wondering if that's from the firewall to the tailgate. But yeah, that's probably.
Metras. Yeah, that dude's got a nasty.
Yeah,
build.
it's a
This-
big.
this one
They're
I'm thinking
big.
of.
They're huge.
I think he just. Went,
Anyway, listen, Anthony, we got to wrap this up, man.
I know it's getting
I
late
know,
for you, bro.
I know you're
You're ready to go. You're ready to go. Got that caffeine
I
tea,
know.
that strong
Look
stuff,
at it.
that loud tea.
Oh, what is that? Whoa, I
That's
just
that-
saw it on.
Yeah, that's
That's
that
the
build I'm
decaf
talking.
Astra?
No, that's that Jonic. Jonic. I don't know how you say it.
Jonic
What
guy.
the crap?
See, that's the one
So
that's the 6.5 build.
No,
Look
the
at
decaf Astra was the first one with.
No,
that.
decaf Astra's like a regular wall.
What?
I just looked at it. See, look, this guy's got like, what is that? 8, 9?
Oh my god,
That's ridiculous. Look at this thing. That's just cool looking.
that thing is filthy.
He's got all kind of shit
Jesus.
underneath it too, like just a fire hazard waiting to happen.
Just killing proper droppers.
He's from somewhere else though. I don't know what he's. He doesn't speak English.
Finland, right?
Yeah, something like that. Some kind of
Yeah.
Slavic.
I saw a comment on one of EXO's on the EXO collab video where someone says, "Oh, if Proper Droppers is going to have all its world records broken by Finland," which was quite an interesting comment.
I just
Apparently,
looked
they're
at
getting Proper
decaf
Droppers.
Astra.
I'm not so good at geography, but isn't that B2 country?
Finland is, huh? Danish? I don't know. Just
Yeah,
look it up.
sweet like Danish.
Why? This is the decaf Astra with the Golf.
Now I have to wait until it pops up.
He
on
doesn't
the,
have. He doesn't have subs on the outside. He's
I
got like
thought
a
he-
fourth order wall.
Dude,
Unless
I'm
he's got
telling you.
subs at the
The
bottom.
decaf Astra was the first one anyone.
Oh, he
ever
used
had.
he used to have it. All right, never mind. That's what I
Yeah,
said
he
they
used to have it. Yeah, exactly.
Rip.
Okay, he was the first one to have it
The
and used to have it.
first.
Anyway, all right. So the Brits have called us out, Tea Party style, about 10 hertz or 15 hertz. What do we have to
10
do?
hertz.
To 52 at 10 hertz. If I don't see a video by the end of the week
Who got that?
of a 52.1 at 10 hertz, I'm going to lose my shit, and we're going to put all of our flags at half mast.
Are you going to be like individually responsible for everybody breaking their shit?
100%.
mad
Absolutely.
unloading.
I'll give you I'll do it. Everyone with a fourth order is safe. Everyone with a single reflex bandpass is safe. But according to Drew Jones, everyone can play, 30 cycles below tuning and be fine.
Rip.
So everyone out there tuned to 30 or
Yeah.
40 hertz, just give us your 10 hertz score.
Somebody tag Bobby Mansell. Tell him burp 10 hertz. Send it.
Yep.
10
hertz.
It's for America. It's for America.
America represent America.
Somebody tag Daniel Powell. Send it.
Daniel Powell.
Also check out Straight Clipping. 15% off. Use the coupon code bananas.
Tell 'em, go bananas, Kyle
Yeah.
Ruckers.
52.1 10 hertz headrest, bitches. Chill out.
Word.
Chill out.
Like Operation 52.1 at 10.
And everybody go subscribe to the Car Audio Guy. Like his page
Car
on
Audio.
Facebook.
All that.
Actually, don't do that because he's got 6,000. We only have like 1,500. So
That's
don't-
true. Like
just-
our shit
yeah,
first. and
don't
then go
like
to
him and unlike his and like ours.
Unlike his, and then like that.
Yeah, and he's got more subs than us too. And he just got a clip from EXO, so he's gonna blow up soon.
Oh my god, I hate this guy.
But if you see it says subscribe right there, I'm not signed in, so don't think I'm not subscribed to you. So
Yeah, I am subscribed, by the way.
I'm also not gonna subscribe.
All right,
yeah,
Anthony, we got to wrap it up, baby. Tell all the Americans really how you feel about us,
Yeah.
and then give a shout out to your guys in the UK and around the world.
I think you guys are very inspirational. Like, I wouldn't have a car audio channel to begin with if it wasn't for the people in the US
Just me
showing
personally.
off their big massive builds.
There it is.
That's what she said.
Do y'all get a lot of that's what
Also,
she said over
I
there?
didn't- The
mention
pause
this
on
during the
big
podcast,
massive right there.
But I want to
Yeah.
thank you for Ricky Gervais in the office. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
What does you want me to say?
Give your shout outs, whatever you want to say, anything.
Yeah, so sub
F-
to the
F
channel.
America.
Sub to Exo's channel if you haven't already. Sub to the Everyday Audio's channel, and
Bang bang.
yeah, Big D Weirds.
Don't
Big D weird.
don't sub.
No, we don't like
Don't
Big
you?
D.
Oh,
No.
you guys,
Just
are
kidding.
fake.
Just kidding. We
No,
love Big D.
We don't.
And yeah, Bear Vids in the UK, and just watch the videos and try and increase my watch time. It'd be nice if I
Do
had
the
gone
thing,
monthly
man. We
version.
got to get this guy monetized.
Yeah, bro. Somebody just click on all his videos.
Just
Make a wait. Do you have a
autoplay.
playlist? Let me see right now.
Autoplay.
Yeah,
Do the
make a playlist tonight with all of them, and I'll literally just click it as before I go to sleep.
Listen, we're gonna like fade to black here. Can you go T and crumpet? Same thing. Do the thing, and I'm gonna go booze like an American.